time. It is time. It is Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, baby.
She's already running wild. She can't even drive. She's more like a shot of whiskey.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here from Little Face Brewing. I hope you guys are enjoying your Homebrew Wednesday. I know I am. Wanted to elaborate just a little bit on last week's video where I cleaned my keg lines and my keg out. There was a couple good questions on there. One had to do with tearing down your keg. And no, I don't tear my keg down every time. I usually tear them down every couple times because it's a pain in the ass to tear them down every single time. And personally, I don't think it's necessary. If you run cleaner and sanitizer through these rascals, you can get away with it a couple times and you should be fine. Personal preference, I'll leave it to that. Those of you that want to tear them down every time, go right ahead. Those lazy asses like myself, no, not every time. But I am going to tear this keg down. Now, I've already pulled this one off. This one killed out a couple days ago. And it's a converted pin lock keg to a ball lock. And as you might be able to see, that one post is kind of snotty. Just a little bit snotty. So this really should be a quick video. I've already threw some cleaner in here and I've been sloshing around. I already did my brush. You guys ain't interested in that part. You just ain't interested in that part of the video. So stick around and I'll go ahead and yank these bad boys apart. So really all you need is 2 sets of wrenches, or I keep a pair of pliers just in case I need them. An adjustable wrench will do the trick as well. So they're pretty simple, straightforward. Want to get in here and just unscrew them. You know what? Let me try and... Yeah, as I say that, I'm fiddling around like it's gonna... There we go. This will be better too. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. It's live TV, folks. What do you expect? Let's go ahead and undo that. Usually once you break them, they come apart pretty easily. This is all it is. This is it. It's a post. Comes up. And that's your gas line. So what you want to do is not lose that pin. You just push down on that. Your popper comes in. You want to check that ring right there. Make sure that O-ring looks good. Make sure that O-ring looks good. And you can wash them up. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that one in there. And take the other one off a while. Now this will be the liquid tube. Now this is going to be that long tube that goes the whole way down to the bottom. So there that is. Again, same deal. We'll just push that in. Pushes the popper right out. It's got a little bit of gook on it. Not a big deal. We'll clean that all off. Set you down there. Head. Watch it give birth to the liquid tube. There we go. Again, you want to check this. It's got a little bit of goop on it. So check the O-ring. It looks pretty good. We're going to wash these up and I'm going to reinstall them using a little bit of keg lube. When you buy these, you're going to have, you see the little notches here? And then there's no notches on this one. Notches, no notches. This is your liquid, this is your gas. There is a very, very, very slight difference between these two. I don't know if you can see it. And the difference is this little shoulder is a lot longer on this one than it is on here. And that's what determines the two. You can force a gas on a liquid and they're a bitch to get back off. If it doesn't go on easy, just stop. You have the wrong one. So gas and liquid. Remember that as you put them together. Keg lube. You can pick this up at any homebrew store, online. You could probably pick this up at your beer distributor if they sell stuff to do kegging. And one of these will last you years. All I do is put just a touch on my finger, and I just put it right around that O-ring. Very, very little, not much. As a matter of fact, what we'll do here is, once I do that, I'm going to wipe some of it off, because it's a lubricant. You don't want it to be all goopy, because if you get it all goopy, it's going to get in the way. You only need a little tiny bit. If you can see, there's only a little tiny bit on that rascal. Just enough. That slides right back up in there, and there's your pop. So we want to take the liquid tube, put a little bit on this one as well, just right around that rascal, like so. I put such a little bit on my finger that'll be plenty. And down in the keg it goes, the whole way to the bottom. And reinstall. And tighten. Now don't go crazy with these, because you got to take them apart again. So again, we're going to put just a little bit of lube on this, just a touch. For some reason I tend to put more on that one. Dab some of it off. There we go. Slide it up in there. Put a little bit on your gas post, on your gas tube. And using this keg lube will make these parts last for a good long time. And install. Grab your wrench and tighten, and voila, we've now tore them apart and cleaned them up. How you like that? One of the other things that was brought up was, I believe it was Lamro 22 said about cleaning these, and that was a very, very good point, because they can get nasty as well, and you don't want them to. So it's always nice to have a bottle, spray bottle of sanitizer or cleaner, whatever your your preference is, and clean these guys up real well too. Inside, you know, get in there, clean the threads up real good, and you'll see here, you know, I'm getting these threads. This is right, you know, near your beer and whatnot, and you'll see a little bit of dirt does come off of those. So, yeah, get in there and clean them rascals out as well. That needs to be cleaned just as much as your taps, and just as much as your lines, and just as much as your kegs. So, there you have it. Okay. So I'll apologize for the noise in the background. Getting some laundry done. So anyways, so there you have tearing the post off of my converted keg, and washing the threaded part of your tap, and keg lube and whatnot. It's actually just as easy. I mean, it's simple. You just unscrew the rascals and put them back on again, and just make sure everything's all clean. So I was going back through some of my videos, and there was another question on that last video about converting my pinlock kegs over to ball lock kegs. Now, as I said way back when I did the original video on those, And you'd have to double check this because I'm thinking the costs now have changed quite a bit since then. But check your cost out. I mean, it's a different deal. If you already have the kegs and you want to convert them over so you have all the same, yeah, I dig that, it's worth it. But I don't know that it's as worth it if you think you're going to just go out and buy pinlock kegs and convert them over to ball lock. You know, so you have to kind of weigh it and see what's right. But I'll try to put some links down in the descriptions of these two videos from way back when I did those. So if you go back to October the 17th of 2012 with the title Homebrew Wednesday 10/17/12 Tony Yates and keg conversion, that'll be the one where I converted the pinlock keg over to ball lock. And if you go to January 9th, 2013, with the title Homebrew Wednesday, Time for Another One, and Pressure Relief Valve, that'll be the one where I cut the old pressure relief valve off of the lid and I put a new one on, which the old one's actually more of a pop-off valve and not a relief valve. So I'll put the links to those down in the descriptions. So you can click on them and watch them. And sometimes it's kind of cool to go back to the old videos and see what they are. So there you have it. That is my Homebrew Wednesday for this week. I'm done. This is S.J. Poor, Little Face Brewing. Enjoying the Red Baron Ale. This is that Party Gal from the pumpkin ale that I did. It's pretty tasty. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks.